Hey everybody, it's me, Lynn Renee MacDonald. It is a hot day here in May. We just finished up the Karma Fest that was in Hunt Valley, Maryland. It was a great event, and we had a great time, and lots of good things happened, helping lots of people. Working on changing the world. That's what we do. All right, from love in the best way. All right, so today, what I wanted to talk to you about is nothing seems more fitting, really, than a Game of Thrones series commentary. All right, you know, the Game of Thrones is a series on HBO that's pretty rough. Okay, the truth is, I have not watched the whole thing. All right. The truth is, I've watched bits and pieces, and then I went to the end because it's just too lower vibrational with all the toxic unwellnesses in it. However, the reason I've brought it in today is because it's all the rage in our society today, and that's why I'm bringing it here to talk to you about on this YouTube. Okay, because it is a total reflection of all the unwellnesses that have been around from the beginning of time with people. People's unwellnesses make them do crazy, super unwell things over and over and over and over again. The unwellnesses in their souls. So Game of Thrones, while it is a fictional TV show, brings us back to a time in our lives which we all have in our souls, or times in our lives where we all have in our souls that are like that. Past life stuff that we carry around of lifetimes from the 15th, from the 14th, from the 13th century, beyond to present day, okay? And all the soul processing that we have within our souls is also in there as well from each lifetime we have. Okay, so each lifetime exists in a portal of all that we are. And Game of Thrones is a way of tapping into these gifts within us, okay? It also is a way to show us our unwellnesses here in Earthworld reality. So the characters are, some of them are really, really super well developed, all right? But they mirror, the society there mirrors everything that's still happening in the world and has been happening since the beginning of time. People screwing over other people, being terrible to other people, being miserable with other people, sleeping with all these people, super unwell sexual behavior, to torture, to physical abuse, to all kinds of abuses and unwellnesses, okay? And bizarre love and incest. I mean, all of these things are the truth about the crazy shit, whether it's right up in front of us in Earthworld reality or behind closed doors. The truth is, the unwellnesses from all time is still present in today's world. Here we live in Earthworld in 2019, and all the unwellnesses that have been around since the beginning of time still live right here inside of us if we carry those things with us, right? Makes sense, right? We carry past lives in our souls. Our souls is a portal. Each lifetime we have is a portal to that dimension, as well as each piece and processing that we have in our souls is also a portal that brings it out into our reality in this earth world for us to what? To heal. So the reason I'm talking about Game of Thrones is because, all right, it is a great teacher for us. It's a great look at us, get a realization of what's going on here, and it reflects what's happening in Earthworld today, what has happened from the beginning of time through all time, right? It reflects all of this, right? So just as to give you an idea of the truth about what's going on. So here's the cool thing, all right? This can really help you. Everything in Earth World, and that's why we're talking about this, is designed to help heal and assist you in some way, shape, or form. So really, Game of Thrones is brought to you by your soul, creating this for you to take a look at, to mirror you, as well as, see the comparisons, see what happens in people's unwellnesses, get a better understanding, right? And the reason people love it so much is because it helps them tap into, the real unwellnesses in people and within themselves. You see what I'm saying? See, if you can relate to other people, then it makes them what? Human. Then you find compassion in them because you know that your struggle is real. Why? Because you're living it, okay? And then you see others living a similar struggle, and then you have compassion, and then you have caring in a healthier space of it, or we would hope the healthiest, best space of it, right? The whole purpose here is to develop and be in that best place of God's honest, unconditional love, truth, and wisdom. And the Game of Thrones was created by the collective consciousness consciousness and all the unwellnesses in everybody's soul here in earth world reality, okay, to help and assist us to get a better look at us, our past, our past lives, the stuff that lives and resides in our souls. And by doing so, it makes a commentary on society's wellnesses and unwellnesses as well. And it really is, if you think about it, a gift. Now, I can't sit there, once I start to see the gross stuff meaning all the sexual bizarreness, the lower vibrational stuff, it really just makes me kind of churn in my stomach. So, this is not something I really choose to watch. I see enough suffering and pain and misery in my day in Earth World all the time. However, I do see the value in this whole series, And one of my youngest daughter said this to me, by being able to see this really yucky suffering, it helps people understand it and get a clue about the unwellnesses and about things that go on and how to identify. And I was like, wow, you know what, Sophia? I was like, you know what? You're right. It helps see people more in a real light, because when they're unwell, you get a better clue into that. So in some ways, it just gives us a different perspective to see things, to identify with things, well, unwell, but it is all designed to help us heal and assist us from within our souls in the highest form of love. Right? So anything in Game of Thrones that you might identify with that is toxic or unwell or don't understand, it helps you take a look at you to help you be the greatest you can be. And if it's unwell and you don't like it, it doesn't resonate for you, you clear, heal, change, and you pray on it. You ask Source to be free of it with energy work by working with spirit and your highest heart self. You know how things feel. If you identify with someone and you like what they're doing and you feel attached to it, or you feel like that's your story, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It gives you, hey, look at this person. They're like me. Do I want to be like them? What do they have? What do they do? What do I like about them? What do I not like about them? Everything in our earth world is designed to help heal and assist us and open up our gifts in some way, shape, or form. All of our magic, as well as identify our unwellnesses so we can heal and change all of these things and create our best life. So let's say you see, what is the girl's name? Is it Dionysus, or I want to call it that, but I know her better as Khaleesi, all right? So you could take a look at Khaleesi and you could say, well, I didn't like how she destroyed the city in the end, right? Or you can say, in the case of her, I really like her magic, okay, right? Her dragon magic, which is really cool. And did she really die or not? And you can say, hey, I want that kind of magic for me. Thank you, God, for that for me, and the best way for me and all, or something better. And then, so that's one thing you could ask for, right? Which will then morph into the best kind of magic that is equivalent to that from love for you in the highest form, the best and purest form of love. And thank you, God, for that for us, and the best way for us and all, or something better, if we so desire it. So, and the same can be said, if we looked at Khaleesi and we looked at her character in the very beginning, especially in the beginning of the episodes, she has tons of compassion. Really, her soul is a very caring, loving soul, and we all can identify with that. So that's a good thing that we could ask for as well. Authentic compassion from the best place of God's honest, unconditional love, truth, and wisdom. And thank you, God, for that for us, right? In the best way for us and all, or something better, right? So that's another thing we could ask for, right? Okay, and then we could take a look at how at the end, in the last episode, she kind of loses it and she destroys the city, right? She destroys the city, and it's like like a PTSD type of thing, but she loses it and she kills lots of people with the dragon blowing up stuff, right? All right, so in that space, is that who we want to be? Do you see? So we can ask to be free of being like that in us. So these are all ways to take a look at, right? Just using Khaleesi's character in Game of Thrones, as a part of, are we like this person? What do they have that is like us? Where do we mirror that? Do we have that kind of magic? How are we like them? What do we want in our lives? How can we make us be the best us that we could possibly be, right? So this is all part of taking a look at movies and series and things like that are in your reality that you think are just for entertainment. And it's your soul creating this for you. You're being called into this, right? You're being called in from your soul to watch this if it resonates with you. And you may not watch the whole series. Like, I can't. Just wasn't for me. Plus I don't have the time to watch the whole series. It would be lovely if I did. So I got the scoop from other people who know me and I know them. I watch some of it. I get the idea of it. I understand what is going on, but if I feel pulled to watch it, that's my soul saying, not just because I want to be entertained or because it's a great drama series, right, for adults, but because what is it in me that I need to heal, address, look at? What have I asked God for? What do I want to create in my life? What do I want to change in my life? So things like television shows, books, things you read, magazines, situations in your reality, everything is designed to help heal and assist you in some way, shape, or form. So the whole thing with Khaleesi and Game of Thrones, these are all pieces and bits. Now, this isn't the whole all of about her, what we can learn from and do and choose and create. All right. There's also other characters in the whole show as well. Like there's Rob Snow, and then there's or Jon Snow and Robb Stark, I think it is, right? All right, there's those guys, and then there's Jaime Lannister, right? And Jaime Lannister has his issues as well. So you could take a look at every single one of these characters and change everything about you in reference to this, or things that you like that are them, So do take a look at the shows you're watching, the things that you're doing, because they're in every way designed by your soul to help heal and assist you, not just in the one earth-world way that we're used to thinking that this is just a TV show that we get to watch for entertainment. So remember that the next time you're watching TV. Many blessings, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Have a great night.